This is the first day I've actually worked on this. I've been collecting parts for a while. I'm about a little over half done with this project. I'm going to give you a quick tour of what I got done so far as soon as I get some of this junk out of the way. Up here, these two, this is going to be a solar panel input. I got breakers coming, a set of breakers for this, and it's going to mount right up here somewhere. And so that's going to feed that. The PV output, I have not done the negative cabling on this yet. I've only got one positive lead going down to the bus bar, positive bus bar over here. And I'll run a negative obviously down to the negative bus bar here. I've got the shunt. I designed and 3D printed housing for the power meter. It's a PZEM051, I think it is. I had powered up and tried it out. It works works pretty cool. It's not a high dollar unit, but it's this is all for testing mostly anyway, and then I'll redesign as I go. Coming down this side is 1000 watt. These I have 3 inverters here: modified sine wave, and pure sine wave. This is 1000 watt. This is a 750, and this is a 500 watt pure sine wave inverter. Again, I've not run the negative cabling on this yet, so it's not ready for prime time. But the thought behind this is going out on a camping trip, and I don't know what all I'll be doing out there as far as running power tools or this or that. I've got the pure sine wave for my electronics, which will be charging a couple of laptops, and the providing power to one of my amateur radios. And 500 watts is more than enough for doing really all of those at the same time. And then if I need to run, I'll have some minor power tools out there if I need to make some changes, do some cutting or whatever. Should have adequate coverage for power requirements with these 2 inverters. I only plan on running one at a time anyway. Coming from the positive bus bar down here, I got one fused for these 2 smaller inverters, and then I've got a 100 amp for the 1000 watt. And then you can't really see it down here, but I've got battery cables attached here. The battery itself isn't attached, obviously. But anyway, I'm like I said, a little over half done. I'm going to run I think I'm about done for today, but I'll finish it up tomorrow. I'll get all of the negative cabling ran, and then I want to build a box for the battery, the 280 amp hour Lossigy lithium iron phosphate battery that I did an unboxing on. That's going to be the primary component of this. That'll be the heart of it. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good, and I know I'm using some maybe less than top of the line parts, but again, this is for experimentation. This is for me to take note of what I need when I do one of these campouts and off-grid and so forth. And you know, the need for 3 inverters is excessive. I realize that. So in the future, I'll probably do 1 big one and 1 small one, just because there's no reason to run a large inverter if you just have a small load coming off of it. So for efficiency's sake. But anyway, and then I'll get, you know, better breakers and fuses and that kind of stuff. So, but for now, this is what I have and what I'll be moving forward with. Here we are, solar build day 2. I actually worked on this until way later than I should have last night, and got some more cabling ran and so forth, but I came out this morning and finished it up, and I started testing about noon today, and it's very favorable. So I'm going to just show you around here for just a minute. I'm already connected, and I have my big Lossigy battery connected. I do not have solar panels hooked to it right now, but I got the breakers installed, and I did check that there's continuity through the breakers. So all I have to do is now connect solar panels and turn the breaker on, and I'll be feeding energy to here. The only thing I'm really missing right now is a main on-off switch to the battery, coming back here to the plus and minus bus bars. I don't have time to get that and install it before I go camping, so I'll just have to keep an eye on it. But everything is fused. Everything is very well fused, so I don't anticipate any problems with it. The next step is, of course, I'm going to build a battery box and then a mount for this control board. And as soon as I have that and get it compact enough to get in my pickup and take along with me, I should be good to go. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring you back in a while after I get some of this other stuff done, like the battery box and that kind of stuff. But anyway, as we discussed yesterday, I have a ridiculous amount of inverter power. I've got a 1000 watt modified sine wave here. I got a 750 watt modified sine wave here, and a 500 watt pure sine wave here. I've already tested all three. I've got a grinder down here. The grinder says 600 watts, but when I run it, I'm actually only seeing 300, and I've tested it on other, like a kilowatt meter, and it really is only about 300 watts. Now it might go to 600 as you're grinding when you put it under a load, but just to turn it on, it's not really pulling that much. So if we engage the, yeah, this looks like it's upside down. Well, it kind of is, but the manufacturer listed this side is the battery side and this side is the load side, so I had to turn it upside down. Anyway, if I turn this 1000 watt inverter on, which it is now, and I don't know, let's see if we can get you over here where you can see the power meter a little better. I don't know why it won't let me zoom in. I'm going to just hope that you can see it well enough. I also have a little heat gun. This also does about 300 watts. So I'm going to run both of these. We should see about 600 watts something or other on here. Here goes the grinder. I'm not going to say anything while the grinder's running because it's noisy. Like 618, 623, pulling 50.3 amps. Now I'm not going to try that on my 500 watt pure sine wave, but I can do it on the 750. And again, I only run these. I'm not going to turn all the inverters on at once. I only run one at a time, whichever one I need. Here goes the 750. That's about 630-ish watts, 50 amps. and I'll only run the grinder on the 500. I saw about a 400 watt startup there that's still running about 300 watts, 22-ish, 23 amps. The other thing I did, and I had to make this one myself because I couldn't find anyone that manufactures something like this. I know there's one called Rig Runner, Mountain something Energy makes them, and they're like really expensive, and I could never afford those. So anyway, I made kind of my own. These are all Anderson power poles, and these come straight off the plus and minus bus bar and go here. So this is not fused from the bus bar. However, this will just be for radio equipment, my computers, and that kind of stuff, and everything I plug into these is individually fused. So since I'm the only user of this device, I'm not worried about it. But at some point when I get the final product, this too will be, or something like this will be fused. Anyway, I think that's all I have for now. And I did use my PowerWorks and verified that I got the main battery voltage shows up on my PowerWorks. So life is good.